finally, it's working out. Things are working out. I don't have to start from the beginning, and I can't see that thing. So I'm going to be between two screens, and you can tell it could get a little bit annoying when you're looking at me. So thank you for showing up. It is Mediumship Monday. If you are watching this on Facebook and you haven't gone over and subscribed and my YouTube channel, please do so. Let's just say we're trying to make it to 1,000, and we're like not at 200. So I got some ways to go, and I'm hoping that that you can help me get there. So if you have not told people about Mediumship Monday, I would really meaningful Monday. Dawn, that's a good idea. I like that idea. Meaningful Monday. It could be that too, because it's just all the meanings of everything, what everything means. So, red lipstick for you guys from Wanky. I want to just thank you for coming here. It is, oh my gosh, the last day of 2018. I worked so much this year that it was just a total blur to me. I don't really know if I was coming or going. So I did so much. And I'm hoping that you are finding yourself in a happy place at the end of the year is coming. One of the things I like is that it's sort of the meta view, right? It's the big view of looking at your life, what you want, what you don't want. That's sort of how to like really create what you want in your life. That's the beginning part. That's the meta part. But you get this chance every day. Every day you get this chance to wake up, change what you're doing, change how you are, and to do something fresh and new, or do something that's true to your heart and your soul. So I want to encourage you that as you begin to do this, to take stock of 2018, and hopefully you're joining me if you're in town. You're joining me in Ann Arbor for my 4th annual Burning Goal celebration. So what we'll do there, and I'll just talk about it for a minute, is at the Burning Bowl, we will, what are we going to do? We are going to just, Facebook, I had to promote the page or promote they never have the right tags for what I do, right? They just have mediumship or psychic, and it just doesn't really work because this is soul work. We work under your soul. It's not just one little piece of it, or just you will get, and if people have been in session with me before, at groups before, you know that it's not just one. Yes, your people will come through, but yes, they care about you to give you this information. Yes, you are loved. Yes, we're here, and they're always going to help you. So I'm super excited. I'm excited to see where it goes, because what we'll do is you'll come in and I'll give you a piece of paper. Please, I want to tell you, bring a self-addressed stamped envelope. Please bring it stamped. I can't stress enough how busy I am, that if I have to go get stamps and I don't have any, it could trip up when you're going to get your stuff. So if you ask me and you come and you say, Janie, is it okay if I don't have a stamp? I will absolutely say, yeah, it's totally okay. And it is okay, and it can happen, right? Totally okay. But it will probably delay when you get it, because I have to figure out and bring an envelope, self-addressed, stamped envelope. These things, little things, can trip me up and take a long time. So if you're in Ann Arbor, this is going to be this Friday in Ann Arbor. I have if you need directions or anything, I will let you know. So it's in Ann Arbor. It's going to start at 6. You can get it in a little bit early, and it doesn't. I never know what's going to happen I never know what's going to happen, and the truth is, nobody ever does. You can think you know what's going to happen, but when I get in front of people, it could end up being a group reading for all I know. And if if there are people or if there are spirits, loved ones that come and want to give a message, I will absolutely give whatever message it is. So Friday night, 6 to 8 or 8:30. Now I said on there, I'll stay with you let me make this. I won't stay with you forever, right? But we can, I'll stay with you until you're complete. Meaning, we'll come to your location I'll walk you through a meditation. We'll write down everything in 2018, put everything down, anything, to small fights, to how you viewed yourself, to what acceptance you were giving yourself or not giving yourself, or what you want to get rid of. If it's attitudes, if it's, I don't know, your couch, if it's stuff in your house, anything you can think of, the energies between people, like how you were, what's your internal conversation. Like, there are many things to review from a year. So what is important is what comes up in your consciousness, right? Like, so this is not a test. It's going to be whatever comes up in your consciousness. And so then you write it down, and I'll have a fire burning. And if you check out okay, I'm going to try not to get, I'm still going to try just to stay focused and get through this. And then I'll say the really cool thing. Okay. If I forget the really cool thing, type in there. Don't forget, tell us about the really cool thing. So what ends up happening is you'll write everything down for 2018 that you want to release, and I'll have a fire. And you will go outside, and at this point, it will be silent. So you can, if you've never been at a silent retreat, you can actually say that you were at least there for an hour. Look at my sister's calling me right now. Maybe she wants to be on live, or that's interesting. I so want to answer it because I don't, just curious what she wants to talk about. So anyway, you'll have a silent walking meditation towards the fire. And then once you hit the fire, you, calling in your angels, calling in your guides, calling in everything, begin to release, and you burn it. You burn your 2018. You begin to let it go, letting it go in a very ceremonial, way. So once you burn it, you come back in, and I will have curated. I know I have some. We pretty much watched some motivational YouTube videos that talk about what to look for 2019. I may do some predictions. That's the first time I've ever said that. So do some predictions for 2019 there on the spot, and then you can hold me to it. Like, write it down. Janny said this. And then you'll put it in yourself. You'll put it in your envelope, seal it, and then hand it to me. And what will happen is you will get. Oh, it's this Friday. I just saw your question, Renee. So you will get your envelope. It'll sit in my office, and then the moment I will hold them. I actually do this throughout the year. I hold on to them, and I'll go through and hold on to the energy of each one and find out, is it time? 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 So if it's time, I pop it in the mail, and you get it. If you happen to be a neighbor, I walk it over to your house. So there's all those things happening. Let's see. So I just picked up any kind of picture I took from last year. Now, last year, it was beyond cold. I think it was like minus 26 degrees. And it was beautiful. Every year, for the past 3 years, I've had to really, the snow plows would come. I'd have to cut through ice and snow from snow that's been built up. But it's going to be like, I think 28, 20. It's not going to be minus 26. So it's going to be beautiful out. It's going to be wonderful, which means, we can hang out around the fire for a while if you want. Anyway, so it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be nice. Don't forget to bring a stamp. Make sure it's a self-addressed stamped envelope. I am standing today, so now my feet are getting a little, which I'm sure is wonderful. So it's this Friday, so it's the 4th. It's January 4th, 2019, and starts at 6:00. And the address, if you don't have it, it's on I have a event posted on my the Mediumship page, Shanny Spiritual Mediumship, where it is, and it's 560 Little Lake Drive. So you can find it there, and come, because you may think it sounds like maybe some people are out there going, oh, that totally sounds like lame. I don't really think I'm going to want that. It's not going to be that great. Well, I'm going to tell you, when you experience it and you get your letter, you're like, oh my gosh, this is what I was thinking for myself. Now, sometimes it can go sideways. That's true. But it doesn't mean that you didn't have the intention for it. So you're setting your intention, and then you work towards your goals. We'll probably do some really, you know what I'm going to do? I just thought about it now. Actually, I have, where are they? Oh, it's, okay. I have actually 2019 goal packets that I'm going to be giving out this year. So I'm pretty excited about where this is going. It's pretty, it's a fun thing to do for me as well. So, okay. Does anybody have any questions about that? I know there's not, well, there's a lot of you on different places. So, and if you are not, if you, if you haven't subscribed, if you're on YouTube, look there, I can see. I didn't know you could do that. Oh, YouTube, you're so mysterious to me sometimes. But I like how you unfold yourself. Sooner or later, I find all the answers out, right? Okay, so let's talk about readings. And let's talk about, hopefully, if you're going out, let's talk about, it's, of course, it's New Year's Eve. It's a pretty, it's a young person's sport. So stay inside. But if you are going out, please, for God's sakes, defensively drive. Make sure you're aware of your guideline, get aware of the people around you, asking your guides for help. So, and if you are drinking at all, I just had a beer or two, Janny. It's not that big of a deal. No, it actually is. You really need to be aware that even if you have a little buzz, it actually is drinking and driving. You were drunk. You, by the law, you will. It's a chance you don't want to take. So I heard something like it was $10,000. I don't know. To get a DUI, something like that. There might be people who do that. Oh, don't forget the cool thing. Okay. Oh, thank you. I almost forgot the cool thing. So I was looking for a picture to talk about the event, right? I didn't know how to tell you guys. I don't know. Like I have to pick a picture every time I do. If I do a group reading, I have to pick a picture and it has to fit and it has all this stuff. So I had all these ones from last year. And if you look at it, I wonder if I can find it real quick. I'm going to look. So if you look at last year's, what I put on the event, also doing this. Oh, okay, so now I can't find it. If you put, I gotta find it on Facebook. Hang on, I'm gonna have to look at it on my phone, and then, because it's really cool, and it's not. It's not to be. It's like another way of showing you. I always like to use the analogy of a thin water. Like you don't know how supported you are until you start to see these things later, or know that you're on the right path. So one thing that Facebook does is if you use it online, it doesn't. Oh look, Jenny's live. That's me. Okay, it's gonna get there. It takes a long time to load. It would be different, but they really want you just to use their app. So, okay, so I'm just gonna see if you can see this right here. So there's my phone. Oops. There's the picture of last year's fire. Now, it was a picture that it only allowed me to go to. If you look at it, it looks like an angel. Like I call in all these angels and I do a lot of clearing and I really I really ask for a lot of guidance and support to make this as a spiritual experience as possible. So if you look at it, it looks like an angel. So there's proof that angels were there. So come this year because it's just gonna, and I gotta tell you, if there's more people, there's a synergy that goes. Oh, and there is a fee because I do a lot of work for these things. It's not, I don't just skate around and and la 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 la. That's not what happens at all. I do a lot of work for them. So, but it is nominal, so it's $25. And okay, wasn't that a cool thing, Kendra? Don't you think that was pretty cool? I'm gonna come back over here. You're gonna go out of town on Thursday. I love burning bowls. Oh, I'm so sorry you're not going to be there. I know that some people, if as some people, I'll do it and I'll go to your house, but think about that because it's a if you're in town, it's something as well that's pretty fun. Okay, so I want to talk about the man who I feel like I keep I've since the beginning I could feel him. I had a hard time either talking or he's like this is a father figure coming forward. Hard time talking and being settled and calm in his life. He makes me feel like was never able to. This is for a male. Um, I just get there's an initial that is R with that, and so when I'm seeing the initial R, I'm seeing that there's a I'm seeing like not being able to express. I don't know if that's. Oh my gosh, did somebody just go broom shopping or was just like sweeping right before here? Because they're showing me a broom, but they're also showing me a broom that I grew up that there was one on the wall. I can't remember why it was there. I always would joke with actually I don't think I always joke, but sometimes I would think it was like, ooh, it was like witch stuff, which would be super cool. But so anyway, I'm seeing that. I'm seeing this I feel like something about March. Either there's a passing or birthday because I'm seeing 3. So there's also like paperwork involved here because he's showing me that he keeps showing me paperwork that needs to be either completed or filled out. So he's making me feel like there's paperwork that's being put off and put off and put off and put off and put off, and then it's time. It's like it's time to. It also, I mean, there's so much paperwork to hear that's like makes me think, is this a house? Somebody, but it doesn't make it. I don't. It's like no. They showed me. He just showed me it's a bunch of different things. I feel like there's contracts, like new work. I keep seeing. I know that I can't remember what's her name that says that, but I feel like new work is coming in because they're showing me contracts for that. Like I don't know if there's somebody who just got a huge job offer on top of it, where there's tons of paperwork to do and you've been putting it off, not really sure if it's the right thing to do, the right place to go, but I'm feeling like this is a very important. I don't necessarily feel that it's important to have. It's interesting because it's like I even with the idea that he wasn't able to say who he was or what he was doing or like really gave loving gestures and kindness, I do feel that he was that you as a person have been able to solidify yourself and know your worth. Like I feel like the knowing your worth is absolutely here. So but it's like the follow through of something. I just keep seeing the follow through of this paperwork needs to happen, or the completion of accepting the offer needs to happen. Like there's a okay, so he's also just showing me, wow, he's very talkative. He's like also showing me that when you're seeing an eagle, that means that you are on the right path. So I don't know. I mean, I know I'm in Michigan and there's supposed to be a lot of eagles here. But did you guys see that one that landed in the Notre Dame Stadium on that dude's back with all those? They have like super ridiculous talons. So it landed on this guy's back, and he just took it. I mean, he just stood there. Like, how often? Who gets an eagle land on their shoulder? Like, that's pretty awesome. Can't freak out. Can't freak out. Don't want them to poke your eyeballs out or anything like that. Don't freak out. If an eagle ever lands on you, don't freak out. But I know that there are lots of places, but there's also lots of woods here, so I don't necessarily get in all of them. But I'm feeling like when you feel an eagle, and it's also when I see an eagle, that's a bird of prey. So there's lots of hawks that you can see that will be doing it. I also feel that there's somebody on here contemplating writing a book. I see like this idea of either writing out your story or writing out interviews of a story. So there seems to be oh, you're okay. So hang on a second. Okay. All right. So you are seeing that. So you did sweep your patio and okay. Sometimes when there's sessions like this, they'll come in and a lot of people, a lot of spirits can morph together because this message isn't just for you; it's for everybody. So there's many people who will come in and or many souls that will see like my feet are starting to not like standing. Doesn't that tell you what my New Year's resolution is? Anybody guess? I'll give you a guess. So anyway, your when you do a group reading, the messages is for everybody that's on. So whether you're watching it now and live or you watch it later, the message is still for you and still relevant. Now, as I'm standing here, I'm starting to feel like a lot of head pain. I'm feeling a lot of the back of the head pain, which is one or two things for me. I'm feeling somebody who's through the past tragically of an accident. God. So it makes me feel like a head injury and without the ability to say goodbye as well. Also, there's a quickness. There's a quickness for this. I feel like there's, this is in a car. This is a younger male who's passed. It wasn't his fault, but he was in the car. So it's interesting because this message is there was a he's showing me. He's showing me. Okay, okay, all right. So he's showing me being tossed around. A lot of like head trauma that goes here, that goes with him, and he's showing me being tossed around. I'm almost feeling like like huge impacts, head, chest, everywhere. So I don't feel like he was seat belted in. He's showing me this, and he's showing me. He's like, there's so much sadness around his family, which I feel is divided, very divided, and it's interesting. It's almost like a message for everybody because as I'm in here, it's like, don't take for granted that you're in the back seat. Like, buckle up. Like, there's a safety. This is what he's telling me, and I think this is also a message for his mother because I think I feels like this mother energy is going to come to these videos at some point. You get guided, and he's wanting you to know that it's like he was like, well, I'm in the back seat. Nothing really is going to happen, and all these cars are so safe right now, and he's just like going on and on about like why his reasons that he didn't wear a seatbelt. So understand that he's taking responsibility. They feel like a lot of excitement within the car as well. So I just feel like it's such a, and he just keeps telling me it was an accident. Oh, he's so young though. He's in his teens. So one of the things he just told me is that I'm he said that there's he's making me like I sit on the couch and drink tea with you. He did say tea. So I sit on the couch when you're having tea. So I'm seeing that. Okay. All right. So I want to leave you with this because this is when you're going out on the road and whether or not it's New Year's. I mean, New Year's is very hyped, so a lot of people are out there, and I want to offer this. I would think about living a clean life, a clean life where you're not drinking and you're not smoking, because this life that you're living is a gift. And when you do that, you dampen where you're going and how you're moving within the world to like it just dampens your soul, dampens your purpose, dampens your mission. So I know we're taught to think of that this is a good thing and drinking is so much fun and all, but I want to encourage you to really take a second look at this, because it's because I don't see it that way. I see it as a way to mess with your mind about where you're supposed to go. You ask me how I know? So that's another conversation. So, okay. Ask your angels and your guides to be with you. So one of the things that I do when I'm out and I'm driving is I will ask, like, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Ariel. It's also the angel of death, but the angel of death and the death to worrying, the death to attachment. That's why I call him in. Oh my gosh, I just totally blanked on the last one that I call in. All right, well, that's bad. I am an angel therapist after all. So, so I call these angels in and ask for protection on my car, and I actually have a hard path to get on. So when I get on the expressway, I have to change lanes to get off again. And every time I do that, it's over and over again. I've done this for years, the same spot. And now when I get on, it's almost like there's a clear path. It's always usually pretty easy to get across. So ask your angels and guides to help you. Ask for them to give you alertness, to be safe, to drive safe, and to arrive safe. So I want to thank you so much for all of your 2019, all your 2018 coming and seeing and being here, because 2019 is going to be an amazing year for me and for you. So I'm just thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful night. I'll see you next year, and take care of yourself. See light, be light, and hopefully I'll see you this Friday. Take care. Adios. And well, now you get to watch me try and close this down. Yeah.